I'd like to share a practice with you now called the Circle of Allies. It's a simple but powerful way to remind ourselves that we're supported, that we've got resources to draw on, and that we don't always have to do everything on our own. It's especially handy on those days when life feels a bit full on, or when we could just do with a little backup, even if it's just from our own imagination. Now, with this sort of practice, it's totally normal for the inner judge to show up. That voice that says, this is daft, or I'm not doing it properly. That's just the mind doing its usual thing. If it pops up, see if you can just notice it, label it as judging, and let it float on by like a cloud in a big open sky. This is about exploring the inner landscape, letting the imagination stretch out a bit, and finding a felt sense of support, safety, and connection. So let's get started. Allowing your body to settle into a comfortable position. You can sit upright if you like. No need to be stiff, just supported with that kind of soft dignity in your posture. Feet resting on the floor if you're in a chair, or you can sit cross-legged if that feels more natural. Lie down if you prefer, if that feels better today. You don't need to be sat up like a statue to get the benefit of this, just finding a posture that feels steady and comfortable for you. Perhaps something that says, I'm here but I'm not bracing myself. And just letting your hands rest somewhere easy. Letting the shoulders drop. Maybe even allowing a soft sigh to escape. The kind you might make when you finally drop onto the sofa after a long day. That kind of Now let's take a moment to bring to mind an intention for this practice. And this is simply an invitation to feel a little more grounded and to reconnect with a sense of your own inner strength and compassion. That's what this circle is for, to help you remember what's already within you and what's always available to you, even when life feels a bit chaotic. So just letting that land gently. No pressure, nothing to force. Just holding this intention lightly in the heart, a bit like planting a quiet seed. Now bringing your attention to the breath. And at this point, just noticing the breath as it moves in and out. You might want to rest your awareness where the breath feels clearest. This could be in the belly, the chest, the mouth, maybe the nose. And if it helps you settle, you might like to begin by breathing in for a count of 3 or 4. And breathing out for the same. No need to force anything. Just letting the breath gently lengthen and be steady. And if it feels supportive, you can use a soft phrase in your mind. You might say to yourself silently, breathing in, I am calm. Breathing out, I am present. Feel free to repeat that for a few rounds if it helps you arrive more fully. Breathing in, I am calm. Breathing out, I am present. Breathing more slowly and purposefully like this can help activate the relaxation response or parasympathetic nervous system. This can be helpful before we get into the mindfulness part of the meditation. And when you're ready, just letting the breath return to its natural rhythm. Perhaps paying particular attention to the out-breath and noticing how it offers a natural letting go. So nothing you need to do, just allowing the body to release a little more with each exhale. Widening the focus now to include the whole body. Noticing the contact between you and the ground or chair, floor, bed, whatever's supporting you. Noticing that steady support underneath you. And letting yourself rest into that support, like the earth's holding you, without asking for anything in return. And the body doesn't need to be any particular way, just here, just breathing. And if you notice the mind wandering off, which it probably will, because it's a mind, just gently bring it back. No drama. Just coming back to the body, back to the breath, back to now. And if it's okay, we'll now begin the practice of building your circle of allies. So you might like to imagine a circle around you, maybe 4 directions like front, back, left and right, or just a gentle circle of support surrounding you. There's no right or wrong way, it's yours to shape. And at each point in the circle, we're going to be inviting in a different quality and someone or something that embodies that quality for you. So we can let the imagination wander here. There's nothing to get right. Just staying open and curious. So let's begin by inviting in stability and strength. Who or what comes to mind when you think of steadiness? Someone who feels solid like a mountain, like a calm presence in a storm. Now this might be a family member, a friend, a spiritual figure. It could be a beloved tree or even your dog who's always just there. Can you picture them here with you, standing tall in your circle? Calm and grounded. And for the next few breaths, just breathing in that sense of strength right into your heart. Then breathing it out, letting it ripple softly into the space around you. Now the next quality to bring to mind is the quality of wisdom. Who holds that kind of deep, quiet knowing? Someone who doesn't rush in to fix, but sees clearly. Maybe someone who speaks less, but says more. Again, this could be someone that you know, or it could be a character from a book, figure from history or mythology. Whoever it is, just inviting them in to join your circle. Breathing in their wisdom, and then breathing it out into the space. And really letting that quality land in the body, however it wants to show up. Next, we invite in kindness and warmth. Who makes you feel loved, accepted, just as you are? This could be someone who's made you feel safe. Someone who gave you warmth without needing anything in return. Or someone whose smile alone could melt tension away. Letting them be here now. Really feeling the warmth of their presence. Breathing in that kindness. And breathing it out into the space around you. Letting it soften you. Now let's bring in courage and commitment. Bring into mind someone who shows up, who doesn't shy away from difficulty. Someone brave, not because they never feel fear, but because they act from the heart despite it. This could be a protester, a parent, a healer, a firefighter, someone with guts and grace. Welcoming them in. Breathing in that courage. And breathing it out. Letting their energy steady you. If your mind wanders away at any point, just knowing that this is normal. This is why we practice. And it may be helpful to come back to the breath as a support. And again, you may like to use that soft phrase in your mind. Breathing in, I am calm. Breathing out, I am present. And then back to the Circle of Allies practice. Now, for one last ally. And the question is there another quality that feels important to you today? And it might be joy, patience, playfulness, creativity, forgiveness. whatever you're needing more of in this moment. See who or what comes to mind, and letting them take their place in the circle. Breathing in that quality, and then breathing it out, letting it settle around you. And now, can you imagine that each of these beings, your allies, begin to gently dissolve into a soft light, or a mist, or whatever image naturally appears. This light carries all of the qualities they brought: strength, wisdom, kindness, courage, your own quality that you chose. And now it's flowing into your heart with every breath. Soothing, strengthening, becoming part of you. These qualities are now within you, always available, always accessible. You don't have to do it alone. You never did. And if the mind starts to wander off, can you just notice where it's gone? Gently come back to the breath, back to this moment, and then back to the quiet sense of that support resting in the heart. And the circle of allies is always here. You can come back to it at any time, in moments of stress, before a big conversation, or just on a soggy Tuesday afternoon when the world feels a bit too much. Because sometimes the strongest thing we can do is to remember we're not doing it all on our own. So now gently return into the body and the feeling of the weight of the body resting here, the support beneath you. The gentle rhythm of the breath. Noticing any sounds around you, sounds nearby, sounds further away. You might like to offer yourself a quiet thank you. A well done for showing up and for taking this time. Time that can positively impact your well-being, which can then have a lovely knock-on effect on the well-being of those around you. And when you're ready, we'll bring the practice to a close. So Softly opening the eyes if you had them closed. And beginning to move fingers and toes. Maybe having a stretch and whatever your body needs. Thank you.